In the shadow of the mushroom cloud, one aircraft stood as the sentinel of the West. This is the story of the B-52 Stratofortress, the long-range bomber that became the backbone of the Strategic Air Command and the ultimate symbol of nuclear deterrence during the Cold War. Lined up on windswept airfields, these metal giants were a silent promise of overwhelming retaliation, a promise that kept a fragile peace for decades. To ensure that promise could be delivered at a moment's notice, the United States initiated Operation Chrome Dome. This was the Airborne Alert Mission, a relentless, 24/7 cycle of flights that pushed the boundaries of human and mechanical endurance. B-52s, loaded with thermonuclear weapons, flew to the very edge of Soviet airspace, circling on predetermined routes, always ready. Imagine the scene: a behemoth bomber wrestling with turbulent skies, connecting with a tanker for a mid-air refueling. In these critical moments, with storm clouds raging outside, crews performed their duties with unwavering precision, knowing that the fate of the world rested on their wings. They were a constant, airborne threat, a demonstration of America's resolve to strike back from anywhere at any time. At the heart of the B-52's mission was its terrifying payload. Its cavernous bomb bay was designed to carry the most destructive weapons ever conceived by mankind. Close-up shots of the rotary launchers, loaded with sleek, inert shapes representing nuclear bombs, reveal the gravity of its purpose. Each bomber was a flying arsenal, capable of unleashing a destructive force that could obliterate entire cities, plunging them into radioactive firestorms. The crews who flew these missions were acutely aware of their one-way ticket to oblivion. They trained relentlessly, knowing their primary function was to be the instrument of an apocalypse they prayed would never come. The B-52 wasn't just an aircraft. It was the physical embodiment of Armageddon on demand. The tension reached its absolute peak during the Cuban Missile Crisis in October 1962. As the world held its breath, the Strategic Air Command went to DEFCON 2, the highest state of alert short of all-out war. On bases across the globe, klaxons blared and flight crews sprinted to their waiting bombers. With engines screaming to life, they were prepared to launch on a moment's notice, their targets already programmed into the navigation systems. The rapid cuts and suspenseful atmosphere of those 13 days were the Cold War in microcosm, high stakes geopolitical chess match where the B-52 was America's queen. A piece of such immense power that its very presence on the board changed the game. This constant readiness was the core of a grim but effective strategy: mutually assured destruction or MAD. The logic was simple and terrifying. The B-52 fleet guaranteed that even if the United States suffered a devastating first strike, a significant portion of its bombers would already be in the air, safe from the initial attack and ready to unleash a catastrophic retaliatory blow. This ensured that any aggressor would face their own annihilation. The B-52's overwhelming power and global reach made the cost of starting a nuclear war unthinkably high, thereby preventing one from ever happening. It was a peace kept through the promise of total annihilation, a paradox that defined the era. As the Cold War thawed and the Soviet Union collapsed, the B-52's primary nuclear mission faded, but its legacy was already cemented. It remains the ultimate peacekeeper of that long twilight struggle. A weapon so profoundly powerful that its greatest victory was in never being used for its intended purpose. Flying into the sunset, the Stratofortress endures not as a harbinger of war, but as a testament to the chilling calculus of deterrence that saw humanity through its most dangerous hour.